Hi everyone, we are now in Unit 2 of Confirmation, so we are talking about the creation story this time. So my guess is that you've all heard the creation story before, and it's fun and kind of cute to think about the plants and the animals and the clouds and the stars and the sunshine and everything, but it's a little more difficult to think about all those other things that God created that are not specifically mentioned in the Bible. And so I tried coming up with a list of some things that God created that are not really mentioned. So my first one is colors. Like if someone came up to you and said, I want you to create a new color. Well, we can't really do that. We can try and combine different colors together, but ultimately we cannot create a new color. Same with thoughts and feelings. God created all those. That is nothing that we can ever create. God also created shapes, He created textures, and God created math. My husband's a high school math teacher, and that's what he teaches his students is, yeah, there were some people in history who helped to advance math in their culture and in their time, but the whole concept of math comes from God. Think about the little circles in seashells or symmetry, or there are so many different things where you can see math at work, and it doesn't come from us. It's nothing that our brain can really even comprehend, much less create, but it all comes from God. Now I'm going to talk about creation of humans for a second. So there's this Christian speaker, his name is Louis Giglio, and he has a YouTube video and he talks about something called laminin. And laminin is a protein in the body that pretty much holds all the body structures together. Without this laminin protein, our bodies would not be what they are. They wouldn't all be holding together as cohesively as they do. And this protein, laminin, is in the shape of a cross. And so he talks a lot about how our bodies are held together by this cross-shaped protein, but our whole lives are held together by the cross of Jesus and his love and his forgiveness. So whether or not you like medicine or medical things, look up laminin and just read about what it is. It is pretty cool, and unless you hear about it from someone else, it's never something that you would know or think of. My dad used to tell me that it's amazing that any of us are alive. And it's really true. Like when you think about all the things that need to be taking place perfectly on Earth and in our bodies at the same time, it's really kind of mind blowing. Like if the level of oxygen in the air wasn't right, then we could suffocate. If the Earth wasn't rotating at the exact speed it is, I don't know what would happen, but probably something very bad. If gravity just decided to give out, or if the level of gravity decided to do anything, that would be very bad. But then also thinking about all the cells in our body that have to work not quite perfectly together, but close enough to keep us alive. We have over 30 trillion cells in our body. And trying to even think about how those could possibly all be working together at the same time to keep us alive, it's crazy. Or asking yourself, how can I even hear people right now? How can I see anything? What is going on inside my body, inside these cells that is allowing me to do it? It's really cool to think about. It's also kind of crazy just because since we can't recreate a body like that, we can't just make cells appear like God did. That's not for us to even know entirely because we're not God. Only God has that amazing knowledge. And that's the amazing part of creation, is that we don't need to figure it all out. God already figured it out, and He said that everything is good. He created everything good. And that's pretty much all we need to know. So have fun this week reading about creation and looking at creation, and we'll see you guys on October 13th.